Welcome to week 4. Right now you're probably looking at the screen going, what's with the ugly watch? Well, let me tell you a little story. When I was 14 years old, swatches were the thing to have. What's a swatch? Well, go home tonight and ask your parents, or maybe even your grandparents, what a swatch is. They were the hot commodity back when I was a teenager. And I can remember really wanting one. And we went to New York City and we walked by the store and I drugged my mother in and I begged her to let me buy one, and she didn't let me. One was because I had a watch already. Two was because they were really expensive. They were $65 back in the 1980s, so that would be like a bazillion today. So my mom said no. I sulked and I was mad, but you know what? I survived the horror of being told no by my mother. The reality about a swatch is that, you know what, they were overpriced. And you see where this, the light colors, my friends that actually had them, they ended up having to buy extra wristbands because they would show the dirt, and so they would look brown after a while because they were just made of rubber. So, but it was just one of those things I just had to have because it was a trend. The reason I'm bringing this up is because you have to talk in your discussion group about pop culture. The trends that were popular when I was a teenager are not the trends that are popular for you today. You know, did you wear Heelys as a child? There's a good chance of it because that was what was popular. Do you still wear them now? No, because that was part of pop culture and it was a trend that was popular at the time, and then boom, it's uncool to have it. If you're still wearing Heelys, I'm very sorry. I'm not saying you're not cool. So what you need to do is you have to watch this video and follow the instructions. You see these 3 points? That's what I want you to talk about in your discussion group. So I want you to talk about pop culture. Give me an example of something that has been a fad that perhaps it influenced you in a positive way and a negative way. And in this one, you have to give 2 examples of how businesses market products through pop culture and social media. How did pop culture help sell the product and generate profits? That's important because that has evolved. I know I may look young, but internet did not exist when I was a teenager. So it wasn't even on the radar for ways to get trends out there. So what is used today, and how is it that, there's all kinds of advertising. How does something become super popular? How does it become the trending item? And how does pop culture connect to your own life, and how? Has it been a positive or a negative influence? So make sure you read all those points before you write your response. The other thing, if you're going to the checklist, okay, that's your discussion, you need to download and save the Module 2 Learning Guide, which you'll find in the content, and then complete Journal Entry 3, your digital footprint. Why is a digital footprint important? Well, actually, for some of you, it may have started even before you were born. You know, did your mom share pictures of ultrasound pictures, perhaps? Or pictures on social media? Maybe she emailed them out. Those are part of your digital footprint. And oftentimes we look at digital footprints as a negative thing. And yes, it can be. You know, that social media post where there's something that's inappropriate, it can come back to haunt you because even if you delete it, it could still be out there. But there's also a positive digital footprint, and I'm not going to say too much about that, but I want you to think about how could you have a digital footprint that would be a positive reflection on you. So I want you to think about that for this week. Keep in mind that all the work from weeks 1 through 4 are due October 13th, so there's still lots of time to get caught up if you're just joining the class or just really getting rolling in it. So I hope you have a great week, and if you have any questions, just send me a note here, send me a page or message, and that's what I'm here for. Have a good one.